Okay, so today we're here to do a very late vote on Jack puts the arrow, the bow and arrow away. We're taking a vote on whether we want to introduce the Pasghetto territory as our third province, or the Taco Forest territory as our new province.
Probably the
So
Pasghetti.
in order for this to work, I'll explain it. So the Pasghetti, uh, what is it called? The Pasghetti drawer? Is that what it's called?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So the Pasghetti drawer needs 3 people to operate it. Right now, we only have 2 provinces, one run by Dominic, one run by me. In order to make sure that we come to conclusions on decisions without having an even amount of votes, is we have Khan as like a, I don't know, like
Secretary of
secretary.
Defense.
Secretary. That's your name. That's your title.
Yeah.
All right.
Same.
We have Khan as the Secretary of Defense, and this is where he's supposed to stand. But anyways, so that's why we have 3 people. But if this occurs, if Taco Forest wins the vote, then Joseph will become, instead of a governor of his current territory, he'll become a mayor of a new province, and he'll become the third member of the Pasghetti Drawer, and Khan will be booted. Um, but if Khan wins the vote, then nothing really happens except for the fact that his title changes from Secretary General or whatever, Secretary of Defense, to a mayor of the Pasghetto, which is a new province. So that means instead of like, yeah, so if whichever territory doesn't win, so let's say Khan wins and Joseph loses, then Targa Forest will still be a territory, and Joseph will still hold the role as governor, and basically they just act under the mayors, but they pretty much have autonomy. So that's really it. Do you guys want to get started?
Yeah.
All right. Do you
Are
want
we
to?
supposed to state reasons
You guys?
why, like,
Oh, do you guys
we need
want
Khan?
state reasons?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Who wants to go
I'll go
first?
first.
Okay.
All right. We must to understand which two of these two territories should become a province. We need to think about what they contribute to Pasghetti as a whole. Now, Taco Forest is an agricultural district. It will supply food and like low class housing for new residents of Pasghetti. Now, as we've seen, some people just steal food from McDonald's. That is not a sustainable way of keeping satiable. Pasghetti requires an agricultural district, and that is not what the Pasghetto provide. The Pasghetto is merely an extension of
LeBron
the
City.
Bromberg City. Are you up here?
So
Yes,
we're gonna
Pasghetto
ask
is
questions.
merely an extension of LeBronberg City. It only provides a janky, low-class prison system that does not work and nothing
Objection.
else. There is housing there, and I've resided there, and it was terrible. I could tell you firsthand, it was very bad. So I would not recommend the Pasghetto be added as a province, but merely as an extension of LeBronberg City, as that is what it is, a city. All right, bye.
All right. No. Come back up. We're gonna ask some questions.
Okay.
What's going to change? If Taco Forest was still a territory, it would still be a part of. It would still help Paschetti's agriculture. It's still a territory. It's still part of Paschetti. What really changes is the fact that you're now in a governmental position and you have more power. So what do you have to offer? Not just what does Taco Forest have to offer.
Well, first off, my first order of business will be finishing Taco Forest, adding the trees, and finishing the houses as well as the Capitol building there or whatever it's called. Um, I think clearly when it comes to the Pasghetti board, Khan does not contribute very much. I've never actually seen him do anything official. Um, but as opposed to him, I do plan to do official business. And yeah, I want to take security more seriously, deal with Slavic land better. I think, who's our current Secretary of Defense? I think that is Khan. I don't think he's
Yeah,
doing a
it's
very
Khan.
good job.
Well, wait, hold on. Let's make sure it's the right title. I'm pretty sure it's Secretary General, but
Secretary of War or whatever.
where the
Objection.
fuck is
Objection.
Cannot object.
Objection.
I'll give
I
an
can
Secretary?
object
objection.
whenever I want to.
Yeah, we can't have a person on the Pasghetti drawer be stealing food from McDonald's. It doesn't look
Objection.
good.
Shut the
Pay for
fuck up.
it. Yeah,
But I'm just gonna keep talking while you're doing that, John.
Oh yeah,
I
keep
also
talking.
think that we need to hasten our official business. Why did he? Okay. Well,
I got bored.
I'm relaunching, don't worry.
well, the McDonald's in Old Town LeBronburg has been closed for I think over 2 years because of a terrorist attack.
No,
I
no.
would
Did you
also
blow it
like to
up?
reopen that and add security there so that it doesn't get blown up again. And yeah, we
That was
also
you.
I also want to. What do you mean? It was not me. Where's your evidence for that, Con?
All right,
Any one
Tom,
of
stop
us.
talking. So,
Okay.
I have a question.
can't say that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Does anybody have any questions for?
I object.
That's not a
Can't
question.
object.
I have a question, Joseph.
Okay, go ahead, Dominic.
What?
So you said that Taco Forest is going to be really booming in the economy with all the fossil fuels, and so my question to you
When you say
is, how will your
booming,
security affect
that's not booming.
the amount of potatoes produced from your country?
What was
Well,
the question?
firstly, Taco Forest is not a country. It is
It's
currently right now a
it's a
territory.
territory, but it might
That's
be a
what I
problem.
said. That's what I said.
Well, right now, most of the crops, including potatoes, remain raw. I will cook them, and I will distribute them to all the citizens. And yeah, because Khan cannot be stealing from McDonald's.
I
He's not.
paid.
He's paying.
It's no, he's not.
Yes,
I
he is.
think he is.
That's
Look at these are the diamonds right here that he gave me.
I don't believe you.
What? All right.
Okay. Well, either way, yeah, I do think supporting small businesses is good, but it's not sustainable for a whole nation
It's
to rely on
McDonald's.
that,
It's huge.
including board members. We actually need an agricultural district. But yeah, and if Taco Forest were to become a province instead of a territory, then yeah, I think that would shift focus to it more and allow even more food to be produced. But as to how security plays in, I don't know. Security is not a concern for
So
Taco
you don't know,
Forest
is what
at
you're
this
saying.
point.
Thank
I
you.
mean, we could plant trees, and that'll help the
I have another question.
quadrilateral security.
Go
I have a
ahead, Jack.
question.
What's
Jack
your
has a
question?
question.
No, Jack went first. Jack, what's
Uh,
up?
So, how can I object your?
All right, Jack, you've been objected. All right. Anybody else have any more questions?
I have a question.
Can
Oh
I
my
leave?
God! What? No, Patrick.
Question.
We're not adding Metro Boomin City.
I want to though.
All right, but Joseph, remember you also have other obligations in Bienvenia. You have your own country. So how do you think that's going to influence your duties as a new mayor?
Well, I think the worst it could do is I don't think there's any negatives really. I think it'll strengthen the relationship between our countries and oppose Slavic land even more.
I have an actual question.
All right, what?
But he doesn't.
Is there ever gonna be a forest in Taco Forest?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's the first order of business. I'll add a forest.
all
I
right,
didn't
guys.
hear that in your speech, so
Well, you weren't listening.
sorry.
I can see what you're doing.
Is
You're
there
not
anything
listening.
else you would like to share?
No, that is all.
You sit down, Con. You're next.
All right,
Alright, bet.
Con, it's your turn.
I
Take my
object.
seat, Con.
All right. It's state your or whatever. Fine.
Alright, so the Pasghetto is in between two powerful countries, right? It's a spot where people pass and go, so it's very important. How many times do you ever pass to Taco Forest without just looking at Taco Forest? Right. And Joseph said that Taco Forest is very agricultural, but like food has never become a problem. So
Raise your hand if you ever had a problem with food here.
I had a problem
What?
with its quality.
I, and the Pasghetto provides many things that Pasghetti needs, like a official jail, because right now the old jail is kind of tiny, but we can implement an entire jail system if I become mayor. And then so the Pasghetto becomes a I will put my full dedicated attention to it and make it the best it could possibly be, like adding interiors to some of the buildings and making the exterior look a lot better.
Do you have anything else you want to say?
If you want the Pasghetto to rise, then vote me.
Okay, now we'll ask some questions to stay up here. All right, so you are really nearby the new harbor that Pasghetti is trying to build, right? So
Don, I can't hear you.
do you plan on helping the growth of the harbor by helping it build, since that's also kind of part of your area?
Yes. I started making a tunnel so cars can get to the harbor from the Pasghetto.
Okay.
I made
Are the
it
cars in the room with
I
us
made it
now?
I made it more accessible too. Then I'll also make the water like I'll make it access to sea, make the Pasghetto around it look better, just make it accessible for boats too.
I,
Because right
I
now
have a
it's not
question.
accessible yet.
Not yet, Jack. We have to ask questions up here first, then you can ask your question.
Objection.
All right.
Does that answer it?
All right, Con. So you said that the jail system you think is a really important factor.
Yes, because there's too many crimes going on around here.
When do you think? When do you think is the last time that we ever put someone in jail?
Well, we can't really because the old jail kind of sucks.
Well, you built a big new jail.
Yes.
Then when was the last time we put someone in there?
We haven't yet because there's no jail system.
Con.
Hey, what's the question? I can't hear.
Oh my gosh.
What? We've never put someone in there. So
Right,
why is
right.
it important?
Because
We've never actually charged someone in a Pasghetti courtroom, except like maybe
Yeah.
a couple years ago.
but now we could.
But
we
You
need
just
to
said that we
take.
can't because we don't have a jail system.
I didn't hear that.
Well, we can add.
Trying?
We can add.
What?
No, we do have a jail system.
Yeah, now we
Yeah,
do.
that's
Have.
I thought we did too, but he just said we didn't.
What I said, I'm gonna add one.
We already have one.
Objection, perjury.
Yeah, but that one we
Objection.
can have a.
Okay.
Objection, badgering.
Any more questions?
Idiot.
Okay. So you are in quite a confined space. All right. You have Slavenland, like to your left. You
Okay.
have Dominic's Kukerko
Oh.
Kirkle to your back. Then you have Lebron City, and then you have the harbor. All right.
Okay.
So how are you supposed to contribute to the growth of Pasghetti and LeBronburg? How are you supposed to contribute to it if there's nowhere to grow?
Well, there is so there is Dominic's railroad system, but if I ever need to grow, which I will if I become mayor, if I need to grow the Pasghetto, the streets will go under the railroad and I'll expand from there.
Interesting. And Joseph, actually, you can stay down there. But
Yeah.
Joseph, how would you would you?
Wait, I'm just gonna come up.
Yeah, just come up.
Oh, wait,
here.
and wait, can I continue real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait, Dominic,
I can
am I in your recording at all? Okay.
There's
No,
also
I'm just
parts of
kidding.
land
Fine.
next to the jail, and I can extend
Oh.
that street to add more buildings.
All right, and Joseph, do you plan to no, can't say up here. Do you plan to physically expand Taco Forest at all?
If the need arises, yes, I can and I absolutely will. But right now, the size of it is fine with me. It has been appropriately sized for the fields. We have every crop in the game pretty much that's available at Taco Forest. But as of right now, we don't have plans to expand it.
Do you think the unauthorized deforestation and the growing of Taco Forest might hurt your ability to be mayor?
Well, no, because nothing was unauthorized. And
nothing was
besides,
authorized.
plants are renewable resources. I mean, like, you could plant a tree back.
Did anybody here have? All right, who here had a problem with the building of the Pasghetto? Who here had a problem with the deforestation of Taco Forest?
I did.
I did.
You guys are
Actually, sure, I did too. Actually, no, I didn't.
Okay.
Oh, what?
No, I retract my vote.
What you need to realize is that the way that the Pasghetto was constructed allowed for mobs to be spawned in the dark underneath its
I
roads
objection.
and
I lit
harm
it up.
players. The deforestation of a couple trees is nothing compared to that because
Objection. I lit it
whenever
up.
you
No,
build, you
Con, stop.
need
And it's
to chop down trees to make room for the buildings, and then you can plant them back after. Vegetation is not permanent.
Interesting. All right. Does anybody have any questions for Con?
I do.
What is your question, Jeff?
What do you plan to do about growing threats to Pasghetti like Slavinland?
Well, we'd have to see how it develops. But and I'm neutral.
So
So
you
you're
don't
just
care.
saying
So-
we're not gonna talk about it because right now they're neutral.
Yeah.
So, so Joseph, obviously Joseph is taking more of an aggressive stance on the Slavinland threat, don't you?
Yeah, I
Uh,
would say
Um,
so.
and Con, you're taking more of a peaceful approach.
I mean, it could be fun.
What do you-
That's
What does that mean?
You're saying war could be
What is the
fun?
answer to my question?
Uh,
Is it, are you taking a peaceful approach or more of a concern for Paschetti's security, which is more of an aggressive approach?
Um. Both.
What, what do you think is more important? Do you think communication with Slavinland and more of a mutual understanding is more important, or do you think
The security of
keeping Paschetti secure?
I think keeping Pasghetti safe.
So you're not looking, you do not want to open up negotiations or further communications with any other countries
Or negotiation for peace treaties.
after a war.
Yeah.
All right. And Khan, you also have your own country that you were preoccupied with a little bit earlier. Do you think that's going to interfere at all with your ability to be mayor?
No, I'll make sure that my country is safe, but I won't be putting most of my time into it.
And
Most
like
of
I
my
said
time will
again,
be at the Pasghetto.
okay. Like I said again, you guys both have countries. So do you think that if one of you guys are mayors and if there's any policies or scenarios where we have to work with, let's say, Bienvenia or whatever Khan's country's name, do you think it's Canada? Do you think it will be a problem that we have someone who might be able to hold a grudge against a prior enemy in the Paschetti drawer?
The Pasghetto, I mean, the Canada is fully with
Are you
Pasghetto.
asking both of us?
Yes, I'm
Or
Yeah,
asking
just
both.
him?
I'm looking at both of you.
Okay.
There's no
Go
treaties
ahead,
between
Colin.
Canada and Pasghetto yet, but if war comes, then I will side with Pasghetto.
But-
Like I'll
So,
aid
if a
Pasghetto.
war came between Paschetti and Canada, you would side with Paschetti, even though you're the only member of
Oh.
Yeah,
Canada.
wouldn't you be starting the war with Pasghetti?
I wouldn't start a war
I
with
think if
Pasghetto because
if a war occurred between us and Canada, you would be immediately exiled from Paschetti.
well, I wouldn't do that because
Well, I also think it's a
Pasghetto is part of
testament
it.
to his loyalty to a country. I mean, if he's willing to just abandon everything he built, what says he won't abandon Pasghetti?
I have
It is
more built.
worrying to me.
I have more built in the Pasghetto than I do in my country.
You built your whole country.
No, I think
You
he
built
doesn't.
the
He has
mountain
more. He
it
does have
lies
more.
upon, which is also hollow.
All right, Joseph, and what to my question, what is your answer?
Wait, what was the question again?
It was something like what was it was something
Well,
because
what-
since you both own countries, and one of you guys are going to win, then um since both of you, if we ever are in a scenario where we have to work with, let's say, Bienvenia or Canada, if we have someone in the Paschetti drawer who holds a grudge or has like a prior enemy, like Connor, yourself, then do you think that's going to influence your decision making?
Absolutely no. Obviously, if any problems were to arise in Pasghetti, it would have Bienvenia's backing. There would be no grudges, and a nation's power or influence is only it only derives from the amount of people that are within it. And Bienvenia is only one person, which is me, so it doesn't actually have a lot of influence on the server at all, or Pasghetti's affairs. Obviously, Slavenland is much more of a threat because there's two people there.
All right.
Objection. There's not really.
Also, do you? Oh, I'm in this bottle. I was about to ask something, but I am blanking. Oh, do you expect Paschetti's backing with your own country's affairs? Let's say Bienvenia got in a conflict with Slavenland. Would you expect Paschetti's backing?
That was a good question. I wouldn't expect it, but if I am in if I am in within the Paschetti drawer, it would be expected. So I suppose yes.
So you would expect it, and if not, then would that cause for tension between Bienvenia and Paschetti?
No, not at all.
Well, Yukon.
It would not be. It would be purely beneficial, but nothing to get in a war over. What is that noise?
So that's gonna be a call. All right, and what about Yukon?
Objection. Con didn't say
On.
anything.
I know.
I think he's
Oh wait, I muted. My bad.
And what about Yukon?
So Canada is a small country, so I wouldn't expect the full like aid of Pasghetti, but not a small aid would be nice. But I wouldn't expect anything too big.
Small aids. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Does anybody have questions for these two?
I have a question.
What, Jack?
Dang it, that's my question.
If you guys got into a war with each other, who would win?
I don't know. It's purely theoretical, and I could not answer that.
Con?
My country's made out of
I've heard enough.
Okay, yeah, that's enough.
Yeah,
All right,
me
I have a
too.
question.
Oh, sorry.
So, as we all know, the economy of Pasghetti is very stagnant, as no one really, for the most part, buys and sells stuff from each other, and we all just go get stuff on our own. So, how do you, would you make any improvements to like boost the economy of of Pasghetti or not?
Yes, I have thought about public institutionalized betting. It would replicate the
Okay.
stock markets of America. But these are all purely ideas that I need to experiment with further. And
Such as the
yeah, that's
auctioning.
it. It's like auctioning. Yeah, I'm not really sure yet, but I do have ideas, but none of which are fully fleshed out.
Okay, and Con, what about you? Do you have any ideas?
So I personally have contributed to the economy by, paying for my bread and selling residential houses to some of you. But what I would do is I would make a casino and
Oh.
people can gamble.
It's not
Gambling, you
helping
said?
the economy.
You got my vote.
Okay. I was gonna ask them another question. All right, so Con, both of you guys can go sit down.
Okay.
Sit in the back. All
Oh,
right.
you took my
And
seat.
now, we're gonna have everybody, Jack, we're not gonna have the Metro Boomin City turn.
I'm
alright?
up.
No, Metro Boomin City is not gonna become a province.
Metro Boomin
sit down.
City. Oh,
Alright, so, now we're gonna have a chance for everybody else to come up and speak, on the matter. Like, if they, like, to try to entice the other voters, if you know what I mean. So, I'll go first. I want to highlight the different experiences that both more of like the history behind Khan and Joseph. Joseph has been here for many years, and he has experience with leading Bryanburg, and he was already in the Pasghetti drawer before, and he already had relations with Turkestan and such. But I would also like to highlight the other events that have occurred in our history, such as the dog incident or
Bro, you cannot
the-
still be mad about that.
the wharf.
Wait, need I remind you that when the dog incident occurred, which was an accident, you came to my country and blew up the shore of Bienvenia?
Guys, we don't need this bickering in the
Might
back
have to
of the.
impeach you,
Back,
honestly.
We don't need fight in the back. Okay. So yeah, I would like to highlight how Joseph has a lot more experience in leadership than Khan does. Khan does have his secretary general position that he did take up for about a year, but he didn't really do anything with it. So
I wanted to do the bamboo wall.
well, Khan, you want to do the vamp? All right, Khan or not Khan? Me, Dominic, and Joseph. We all we all have been here for a while. We know how certain events can turn out, like such as the First Pasghetti War. We were all in the government during the First Pasghetti War, and we've been here the entire time, seeing Arbella, Fernando, Victor, Lance, and many other people filter in and out. And I think we just the fact that Joseph was part of that, he knows how things run around here. And although Khan is still very experienced and talented, he's a very talented builder, and he's contributed a lot to Pasghetti. He doesn't have necessarily that same amount of experience that Joseph does. So does anybody else want to speak?
Yeah.
No, not you.
No. I'll speak.
No, Jack. If you don't,
Let me speak good.
if you pitch Metro Boomin City, yeah, I'm gonna make you get down.
Okay. Wait, am I supposed to say who I'm voting for?
No, you don't have to say who you're voting for. Just kind of talk about it. All right, like don't say who you're
So
voting.
I think there's obviously pros and cons to both cities or provinces or territories, but obviously I think Joseph might be a better leader, but I think the Pasghetto obviously looks a little bit better. um,
Gotta spit it out, bro.
I think everyone should vote for Metro Boomin.
All right, you're done.
Bro,
You're done. Okay, would anybody else like to speak?
Yeah, I'll speak.
Is Patrick even here?
bro,
Yes.
this is all.
Oh, okay.
Patrick has not been saying
standing,
anything.
like, on
He
top
has
of you.
no questions. He doesn't want to speak.
Because I don't care.
Why not? This is important.
Oh,
Very
sorry.
important.
I like Joseph
Important
better.
stuff. Pasghetti.
Since the beginning
Joseph's
of
better.
time,
Oh my gosh.
there have been players on the server, and these players have been playing on the server and have been building and just playing usual Minecraft, right? And then when other players join, these players are becoming friends with these players, and the players become friends. But as other players leave, new players are joining. But these players know what they're doing. So all I'd like to say is, yeah, that's probably all I have to say.
What does that mean?
Can we vote?
All right, I hopefully someone
Bro did not
understood
have a
Dominic,
point.
man. Okay. So,
Bro was rambling.
are there any other points that anybody would else like to make, including Joseph McCon?
Couldn't let me speak.
Oh.
You want
Wait,
to
Stop
speak
just
again?
what was
giving
what was the
random
question?
people
What was the
speeches.
question?
You want to? No, okay, Patrick, you're not going to
Talk.
do anything.
No, I want to hear the question. I want to speak.
Does anybody else want to speak
I want to speak.
about what?
Bro,
Con.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. I would like to say that Con.
Boo!
I have my. Oh gosh. I have my rights. Okay. I would like to say that Khan is unreliable due to our comp games, and he's always bottom frag. So we should vote for Joseph.
All right.
Let's
Okay,
take
we
a big
start with the vote. So, would you like to make this vote anonymous?
No.
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 No. Okay. Let's see.
I'll vote first.
Go ahead and. All right. So line up in the middle. Line up in a single file line, right here.
okay.
No Con, or Joseph, you can also vote,
Wait, what?
just to make it look like we have more people than we actually do, because it's
Oh,
like a third of our player base.
you know
is
who
in
I'm
the-
gonna vote for.
Yeah, I know. All right. So, if you would like Taco Forest to win, please hit this flag over here, this colorful red one. And if you would like the Pasghetto to win, please hit this flag on the right over here. So, Patrick, you may begin. That is one vote for Taco Forest.
Or you always do this.
All right, that is 1-1. One vote for the Pasghetto, one vote for Taco Forest. All right, come on. You're not fooling anybody. All right, 2 for the Pasghetto, 1 for Taco Forest. Is that? Oh, that's 3 for Taco Forest and 2 for the Pasghetto. All right, now it's my turn.
Bro. Who thinks he's slick?
All right, I vote for Taco Forest.
Taco Forest.
I'm succeeding. I'm succeeding.
Okay, so
Objection. Badgering.
Colin, come back.
I'm blowing up the Pasghetto. It's done. Get
Okay,
in.
so
Bro.
the Pasghetto. So Joseph will now be the third. Welcome back to the Pasghetti drawer, Joseph.
Wish I never left.
So your new spot, Joseph, is I think Dominic should have the middle, and I'll have this side right here. And I don't know. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
this is
That's
this
Old
is
Town
the
Ronberg.
this is Old Town LeBronberg.
Yeah, we
So
gotta
we'll
do a
put-
flag
we'll put Old
redesign.
Town
But
LeBronberg
isn't
in
I
the
like
the
middle.
this
middle
one. This
just
one's
Pasghetti
good.
overall?
Yeah, Pasghetti. This one's Pasghetti overall. So we should just let's put Pasghetti.
Yeah, that
No.
doesn't make a
Well,
lot of
where's
All
sense.
right.
Taco
So
What is
we
this
need
one?
Oh, we
Joseph,
need
take
a
it
Taco
under
Forest
flag.
flag.
This right
Which
here is
one
Old
is this
Town
one?
LeBron. Or
I'll
this is
start
no,
making
this
a
is
Taco
mine. This is
Forest flag.
the
Overhaul
LeBronberg City
Pasghetti.
Union.
You might want to upgrade.
Metro,
Wait,
Metro
who
Boomin
broke
City.
All right.
this?
Metro
Broke
Boomin
what?
City.
Someone broke this.
Oh, someone put down a. Okay.
There's a
All right. So
witch.
everybody, take your seat. Take your seat. We still have a little more to focus on. Yeah, take your
Metro
seat.
Boomin City will be
I stand
That's
up
not
here
on.
now.
Virtual City.
Take your seat.
Pasghetti.
All right. So take a seat.
When does Metro Boomin City vote?
What do you mean? Okay, fine.
All right. So Joseph will now be our third mayor. So welcome back to the Pasghetti Drawer. Khan is no longer the Secretary General. He'll leave the Pasghetti Drawer, unfortunately, and he has the choice right now
Wait,
of
why?
either becoming a governor for a governor of.
I don't want to go out.
Patrick mute.
Exactly.
Patrick,
What the
Nuggets?
hell is going on?
Patrick mute.
muted? All right. Okay, so Khan either has a choice to become a governor of the Pasghetto and become and for it to become just a territory, or he has the chance to he has a chance for it to be absorbed by the LeBronberg City, and wait, maybe we should make this another vote.
Yeah, we probably should. And it's like kind of obvious what he would choose too.
Okay, okay. In this case, all right. In this case, he still remains in the government. Actually, no. Okay. Do you think, Dominic? Do you think if it's absorbed by LeBronberg City, he become a co-mayor or an assistant mayor to me, or should he
Could
just
if he
not
wants,
do
I
anything?
guess, yeah.
Colin, do you still want to be in the government or not? Do you still want to be in the government?
Sure.
It's not a very strong answer.
I'd say no because either way, it doesn't really affect it doesn't really influence him because he's either a governor or a co-mayor, and it's still like, I think it should be either he's a governor of a territory
Or he's nothing.
or he's nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, so here are the two choices, alright? Everybody listen up. We have one choice where Khan becomes a governor of the territory, and basically it just means that Dominic, Joseph, and we just rule over him, and we tell him what to do and stuff like that, but he still acts autonomously, and we trust Khan to have good judgment on what to build at the Pasghetto, but that is his own independent territory, and it's independent of Obama City. The other choice is Khan will become a civilian, just a regular citizen. He will not be a governor, and Pasghetto will be absorbed by LeBronberg City. Alright, so that means just all LeBronberg City will include the Pasghetto, and it'll be still be under the Pasghetti Joy, but I'll be the mayor of the Pasghetto and Labomberg City, which would just be one big union. Alright? So, pick this right here. Hit this side if you want Khan to. If you don't want Khan to be governor and you want it to be absorbed by Labomberg City. So it's all one, it's Labomberg City. And pick this side if you want Khan to be a governor of the Pasghetto territory, alright? Patrick, you can move again. Alright, Khan will be, that's 1 for governor, 2 for governor, 3 for governor, 4 for governor, alright, 5 for governor. Alright, so Khan will now be the governor of the Pasghetto territory.
I don't wanna.
Are you serious? Alright. Does anybody have any objections to what occurred today?
No.
I want to be the governor if Khan doesn't.
Okay, no one cares. Alright,
Hey,
thank you
Metro
for
Boomin City
coming.
should be it.
Thank you for coming.
Dominic, I mean, this is gonna be a 30-minute video. I'm sorry.
The ruling is the same.